Hey, welcome back to Rock Stardust. Today I'm doing a video on the 10 most overlooked guitar players. These are all great players. For those that know them, they won't be overlooked. But the reality is, so many of these players are just not in regular discussions on people's top lists or just in commentary about great guitar players, influential guitar players. So these ones to me are very important, and they all capture your attention when they play. All right. So before we get started, please do like and subscribe. Share your comments, add your own favorites as well. And at number 10, we've got Eric Stewart from 10cc. Wow. Okay. Now, the 10cc, great band, English band, very much art, rock, pop, a little bit proggy, very clever band, great songwriting, great vocals, but what you don't get talked about as much the guitar playing. And this guy, had they had more rock material, he would be in a lot more conversations because his playing is outstanding, incredibly melodic, incredibly slick and great feel. And obviously there's the great solo and the Things We Do for Love, which is like, if you think about perfect pop rock guitar solo, that is as good as it gets. It's outstanding and its construction, and importantly, feel the benefit to me, the end of that track, on the live version especially. He really cooks, man. That is a fantastic piece of guitar playing. So, got to throw Eric Stewart in there at number 10. At number 9, we've got Justin Haywood from the Moody Blues. Oh my God. Kind of similar to 10cc. Sometimes the songs with their beautiful symphonic, semi-prog, melodic rock didn't always suit big guitar solos, but this guy could really play, and some great examples, for him. I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band, and obviously you've got things like A Question, and a truckload of other tracks where it surprises you just how really, really good on the guitar this guy is, how good his chops are. At number 9, Justin Haywood. At number 8, I've got Neil Gerado from Pat Benatar Band. Absolutely brilliant guitar player. If you check out the solos, like the end of Heartbreaker, actually the whole playing in Heartbreaker is top notch, very exciting. And his solo, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, so good. So many other cool examples. A lot of that Pat Benatar music will capture your ear. You'll think, man, that's some seriously cool guitar playing. At number 8, Neil Gerado, rock and roll for sure. At number 7, we've got the great late John McGeoch, famous for his incredibly inventive, advanced, just brilliant guitar playing with the likes of Susie and the Banshees and Magazine. Often goes overshadowed, obviously not to those that understand that music. He is a legend, but you hear a lot about the likes of Johnny Marr, but not as much about someone like John McGeoch, who really captured and set that whole sound up with his imagination, and songs like, there's so many you can think of. Happy House for me. I really find that just inspiring. I've covered this off before with a clip I did on Christine, that special chord at the start. And Spellbound, 2 standouts for me, but you could dig right into the catalogue there. So that's John McGeoch at number 7. At number 6, I've got Graham Coxon from Blur. What a brilliant guitar player, and so overlooked at times. Obviously to Blur fans, they appreciate his talent, but man, you know, that guy could really play. He used that telly majority of the time, and he had such great imagination, and songs that really stand out for me. This Is a Low, clearly, inspiring intro parts and the solo at the end. You know, Beetle Bum, and Coffee and TV would be up there too. Just that his take on the playing is great, absolutely awesome. So Graham Coxon at number 6. Number 5, I've got the late Stuart Adamson from Big Country. Great guitar player and man, you know, from Scotland there. Big Country made a big impression on me. They had a fresh, unique sound, and much that can be attributed to Stuart Adamson's vision on the guitar, at times sounding a bit like bagpipes and things, but he had a way of aligning that Celtic melody to the confines of rock, making it sound really fresh. And going back to his days in the Skids, he was playing some outstanding guitar in that more punk style, but he could really explore the guitar and express the track with so many moods and textures. So at number 5, Stuart Adamson. At number 4, we've got Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy. Robbo as he's known. Brilliant guitar player, so melodic, amazing feel. When he joined Thin Lizzy, obviously along with Scott Grom, they really transformed that into that twin guitar lineup. Robbo was so young, had an amazing sound and style at a very young age, very much overlooked. And some of the highlights for me, you know, Still in Love With You of Live and Dangerous. Watch that live video, brilliant. You know, Cowboy Song. I love Rosalie. I love the way he uses wah wah as well. It's just so good. Yeah, Emerald. There's so many there. But yeah, he's a terrific player. So at number 4, we've got Brian Robertson from Thornsey. Number 3, we've got the late James Honeyman Scott, absolute brilliant guitar player from the Pretenders. He died all too young, as did the bass player from that band, Pete Farnan. But this guy seriously is overlooked. I think if they had carried on, he would have been defined as one of the greatest guitar players ever, because he could play it all. He had the imagination, he had the sound. He could play clean. He could do that new wave post-punk thing really well, but he could also play rockabilly, country. He could play arpeggiated parts that just fit perfectly. He could play fast guitar solos, aggressive rhythms. He was a real wonder child, that one. He really was. And those first 2 Pretenders albums, just packed full of gems from this guy. So James Honeyman Scott, number 3. Number 2, we've got Robbie Blunt. Robbie Blunt. Okay, so I've already done a video. You can see down in my videos there where I talk about his incredible contribution to rock and the history of rock and roll, and how he really lifted Robert Plant's career, solo career. He gets hugely overlooked, and when you, like, my favorite album that he plays on is Principle of Moments. If that doesn't grab your attention, nothing's going to, you know. That guy had an incredibly clean sound, but he had such imagination and played very exotic parts and solos and chordal textures. Really outstanding, awesome guitar player, Robbie Blunt. So number 2. Yeah, well, he should be number 1 really, but there is someone else I'm going to mention today. So Robbie Blunt at number 2. Okay, at number 1, a guy that majority of you would not have heard of because the band never broke the UK and the States, which they goddamn should have. And the band is from Australia, and they are called Chisel, and they are one of the greatest rock bands of all time, in my opinion. I'm a massive fan. I'm going to see their 50th anniversary show next year. Mossy is without doubt one of the greatest guitar players of all time, and people, if you discover him, you will understand what I'm talking about. And he's often my number one, so even across the board. He's got incredible technique, incredible feel. He's a great all-round artist. He can sing, but his guitar playing sings like no one else really. If you love Richie Blackmore and Jeff Beck and those kind of players, then this is your man. And some of the standout tracks for me, the One Long Day live recording from Swing Shift, you know, Taipan, I love that solo. Letter for Ellen, so powerful and emotional. His take of Georgia with just the piano, so just him and the piano player. He sang the guitar solo, it was just phenomenal. Yeah, incredible runs, incredible feel and sound, great tone, and another great track with an amazing solo, Forever Now, just to name a few examples. So there you go. I'll put in Moss from Cold Chisel at number one. Good on you, Mossy. And just a couple of, you know, examples I want to just throw out there. There's another duo of guitar players that don't get talked about either, who I particularly love their sound, and that is from the Rod Stewart band, you know, from around mid 1970s to around 1980, 81. The two guys, Gary Granger and Jim Cregan, man, those all that playing and those solos and everything are just fantastic the way they work together. You know, you look at your tracks like Hot Legs and Ball Trap, you know, I Was Only Joking. So many examples. It's outstanding, and they are so overlooked. My God, fantastic guitar, and great chemistry there. So yeah, I'll throw that in there, and I'll throw in also a guy called Johnny Diesel from Australia as well as another honourable mention. The early work he did with Johnny Diesel and Injectors is just very cool. If you love that rock blues, there's a thing called Thang 2, which is just mind-blowing. And he used the Strat with a Floyd Rose on it, so he'd you know, he'd sort of doctored that up, but the sound is amazing. Mark Lazotki is his real name. So that's just another honourable mention. But hey, there's so many out there, and I know you'll have so many you can share. So I'd love to see that in the comments. Please do like and subscribe. It helps me out. Takes a few seconds. And hope you appreciated this video on you know, 10 of the most overlooked guitar players of all time. And if so, we'll catch you next time. You have a great week. Cheers.